You are listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast series. My name's Andrew Mackay-Smith, and the interview subject I've got coming up for you is Vogg from the Polish death metal outfit Decapitated. The reason for the conversation is to promote their 2017 release, Anticult. So let's have a listen to what he has to say. Here we go.
I really do want to congratulate yourself and your bandmates in Decapitated for producing high-quality death metal for such a long time. That's been since the excellent Winds of Creation was released way back in year 2000, if you can believe. Yourself and your bandmates, you've survived tragedy and you've overcome considerable odds during your career, and you've arrived at this point now, the eve of the new album release, which is called Anticult. What can fans expect?
Oh, thank you very much for the nice introducing for the band. And it's a lot of history during this 20 years of Decapitated, and I'm really glad that we could survive with this band, and we still can create the music and release the albums. As you said, we have a new album coming out soon, July 7th, 2017. So it's our 7th studio album, and what you can expect, it's again a little bit different, something surprising for the Decapitated fans. It's for sure it's something fresh again, and I'm really happy about that because I'm sure we deliver better production with better musician experience and great songwriting and there's lots of interesting things going on in each song, and each song is different, and it's kind of crossover album for Decapitated, like a mix of, I think, the whole ideas of what Decapitated was representing since years. That we jump from the crazy first song, which is Impulse, crazy riffing, like lots of riffs could fit for Organic Hallucinosis. Then we go for the Evaluation and Kill the Cult songs, which is more like I don't know, maybe kind of groovy riffs like from Blood Mantra, or like influenced by Sepultura and Pantera style. Yes. Then we change for the more death metal part of the album, which sounds like One Eyed Nation and Anger Line, which is really aggressive, brutal song, and One Eyed Nation is so much heavy and really deep death metal song. And then we go again for the Earth Scar, which is more like something modern metal song. Together with its second part of the song reminds me a little bit of things like death, like from the symbolic times and stuff like that, with long melodic solos and stuff like that. Then we have a Never song, which was already released as the first single, and it have a great reaction from the audience, and I'm really happy and thankful for that. And it's really fast song with slow middle part, really heavy riffs, and then we have last song Amen, like a one riff song. It fits perfect. It's a slow end of the album. Fits perfect for the end, and well, it's a pretty cool mixture going on the album, mixture of the styles, mixture of the crazy riffs and a surprising change of tempos and tricks. I mean, it's lots of music going on, and also the most important thing for me, just to finish the answer, is that I have the feeling that we finally, after few years, we came down to our style, that it's recognized that this is Decapitated style since first time you hear this album, that it's recognized, that guitar riffing and the vocals and drums and stuff like that. So I'm very happy about the album and really exciting for the releasing date and after what will happen after all.
Yeah, no, great answer, mate. I think that gives fans something, gives fans plenty to wrap their ears around, put it that way. And something else that I read about the band was that it was a conscious decision to record a shorter album this time around, giving the listener an opportunity to absorb the wonderful riffs that you are so well known for creating. Now, I do speak to a lot of bands and a lot of artists, and something that comes up quite often now is that Some bands are even talking about only releasing EPs from here rather than albums. So is this something that you've given thought to?
Well, for sure, it was conscious decision that we want to do a short album. I mean, for me, 30 or 38 minutes,
Yep.
which the Anticult is, it's not actually that short. If we talk about, let's say, almost 14 minutes of listening music, it's quite long. And
Yeah.
for sure, for me, it's enough to release all the emotions you have inside and as the riffs, as the songs, and it's this timing for me for Decapitated is like perfect timing for the Decapitated album. We in our career we had even shorter albums like Organic Hallucinosis which has 32 minutes,
Yes.
and it was like almost like LP like EP,
EP, yeah.
album, but still it was for us it was official full length album and got 7 songs, but it creates the whole piece of the album of the whole create the whole piece of music. And well, I didn't have feeling in the Organic Hallucinosis and also in Anticult that I missed something, that when I listen it I have the feeling that this is it, this is finished album that
Yeah.
makes whole piece. And I think it's something like what I said, that I put all music ideas, so many riffs, and
Yeah.
in Decapitated songs that lots of things are happening. It's not like we play one riff for 1 minute and then we make some changes. There is changes all the time, and that's why we can do shorter album and tell about what we want to tell in shorter time. Anyways.
Yeah, no, what I feel about it, because I have had a listen to an advanced copy of the album, is that it's very immediate, and a lot of your riffs, like the riff to the song, I'm just going to check which, Never. The main, or the intro riff to the song, Never, has a great feel and a great urgency to it, so you're kind of thinking, great, this riff's going to come back in sometime soon, and I don't feel like I'm having to wait too long for the wonderful riffs.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I understand what you want to say. Yeah, I know that. That's great that you listen to the album and it's not problem. You still have time for, maybe if you like, to listen it again.
Yes.
And to check again what's going on, to discover another things in every time you will listen more and more. So yeah, that's really cool. I think about to don't make someone who is listening too long. You know what I mean? I don't really like to listen too long albums. I have few that are perfect and about 1 hour long, but it's only few in music history. I think that it's so great since beginning to the end. But most of albums I released these days is like I listen maybe 2, 3, 4 songs and then I don't know.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
It's like I don't know. So I think it's better to concentrate on a few songs and make it really interesting.
Make the best you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we say, quality over quantity always wins. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
And something I really enjoyed about the new album too was the production quality, as the band does have a very broad dynamic, especially for a death metal band. So my question to you now is, what do you think the best format is to listen to your music over? Is it like through iTunes or Spotify? Would you prefer the listener to have the listening experience delivered via vinyl, or even cassettes are coming back into fashion these days?
Oh well, I think it's about the preparation of someone who what someone is like to, I prefer to listen from LPs, from vinyl, and I'm sure the CD version or I'm not sure if there will be cassette version. I hope
there
I need
is.
to speak with the label.
That'd be awesome.
I need to speak. Oh, that would be awesome. I want to have one copy for sure, and because I love quality and sound from the cassettes. Yes, it's my childhood, and you know, I think it's really cassette is these days. I think it come back in a good shape, cassette, and I know lots from my friends are coming back to this equipment, cassette equipment from the years they have before CD came out, and all the Spotify things and internet, and it will be a great idea to come back with cassette. I need to speak with Nuclear Blast and tell them to release it. And
well, they've done it. They've got history with it, because I've got in my collection. I've got the new Overkill album, the new Immolation, and the new Memoriam album, all on cassette, and they sound wonderful. And you know, we've both got kids, as we mentioned before we started the podcast, and look, my daughters actually go and pick the cassette that they want to listen to, and we listen to it over dinner. I know we might, you know, interesting family I must have if I'm listening to death metal over dinner with my little girls, but it is what it is. It's what we do.
Yeah, cassette is great thing. Yeah, you need to change your side B and stuff like that, and then change for side A and again, and it's I know, sounding really, really good. And well, we're talking about the production. Right. These days, the death metal bands and these modern extreme metal bands, they all have this digital production, especially when we talk about the drums and editing the drums and stuff like that.
Yep.
We do some edition of the drums, because it's always, you know, it's always good to do a little bit at least. But anyways, we have really organic sound compared to other death metal bands or some deathcore bands, wherever. Well, Anticult album got really organic production, like live sound. It's the truth of the band.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
How the band is sounding, and I could say that it was a bit risky to do it, but it was also another conscious thing before we start to mix in the album and record. We talked with Daniel Bergström, with our producer who did the mix, and we said that we want to have the band sounding like a band, like we sound. So every instrument, the drums, guitars, and this is instrument what we use live. This is our own stuff that we use every day, and you know, and I don't know. We have amazing studio for drums, a custom 34 studio in Gdańsk, Poland.
Yep.
It's a kind of brand new studio, like 2 years old studio, and amazing room. So we decide to use it to invest for the place, which is amazing. Had a huge room for the drums, and which sounding amazing, and with great drums. We had from Sakae drums. It's a Japanese custom drums that we record really amazing drum sound, which you don't have to change for any I don't know, digital triggers things, stuff like that. So but it's really rare. Yeah, it's a good word, rare sound.
Yes. No, it's a very good word to describe it. Actually, it is a rare sound, because I have listened to a bunch of your live recordings on YouTube and the like, even the fan filmed ones, and you are spot on. I think you've captured the essence of the band's true sound on this album.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
You know. Yeah,
this is, and that's why I think we have own sound, which is recognized right now, and this sound on Anticult it's like a decapitated sound we create with all the experience we have, with all equipment we collect, and you know, and everything with songwriting and style of riffing and etc. So production is kind of a unique production in the modern metal world of how the band's sounding these days.
Okay. Hey, I'm just mindful of time, because believe me, I've got a ton of questions I'd love to ask. So I'm even going to propose that we do a round 2 somewhere down the line, because look, my next question is a question that you might not feel comfortable answering, which I completely appreciate. So please let me know if you don't want to talk about this, but it does relate to your brother and the band's former drummer, Vitek, who tragically passed away in 2007, and also the band's singer, Kovan, who's life has been significantly impacted due to the injury that he received in the automotive accident in 2007. So my question for you here is this, Vog. How did you find the strength to forge forward after such a tragic and unfortunate event?
Oh, well, it was... it takes me a while after the tragedy in 2007 to come back with the band and continue on the career. And it takes me about almost 3 years to make this decision to come back for the scene. So it was a few elements that makes me decide to make this decision. It was for sure my family. They support me, especially my wife. She kicked my ass to stand up with the, again with the band and take guitar and play and create the new music. Yeah. And also that was, I had some short episode with a band, death metal band from Poland called Vader.
I saw that. Yeah, I spoke to Pete the other day, actually. Sorry, continue, mate. Yep.
And then they asked me for playing as a session live guitar player for the Vader for 1 year in 2009. So all those things together, tours my thinking for the point that to find new members for the band and start again. So basically those 2-3 things together.
Okay. All right, look, I really appreciate you providing an answer to the listeners for that one there. I understand it must be very difficult to talk about it and to think about it.
Well, it's no problem. It's no problem, and there's nothing wrong about that. You ask about that because this is the history of the band. I can talk about. I'm getting used to this kind of questions, and I don't see anything wrong about to asking about that. It's been quite. Lots of years since that's happened, and I think it's no problem for me to answer, and people should know about that if they're interested about the band. That's okay.
No, very good point. Very good point. All right, look, I'm just mindful of time again. We've only got a couple more minutes left, and I do have 3 questions that I ask all of my interview subjects. So, Bob, I'd love it if you could humour me here and play along. And for the record, your answers can be as not safe for work as you like. So here goes. So, Vog from Decapitated, choose 3 words to describe yourself.
You want to describe me 3?
Yes, for you to describe yourself.
The album.
Oh no, describe you as a person in 3 words.
Me as a person. All right, 3 words. Well, I never had this kind of question before in my life.
I know they're curveballs.
I'm sorry. Well. Oh no. I don't know. The guitar player, the father, and the strong motherfucker who can, handle a lot of tough things in the life.
Yep. That's a very, very solid response. I'll hand it to you there. All right. The next question is, if you could go back to when you were 18 and give yourself some advice, what do you think you'd say?
Advice for the young musicians, you mean?
No, for yourself. Or if you had a time machine. For yourself? Yeah, if you had a time machine.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. So don't sign the contracts with the labels and managers with not understand in 100% what you signed.
Yes, that's very good advice for every musician out there. I think any young musician out there who thinks that they can just trust, with the greatest of respect I say this, I've heard this so often, privately with musicians and artists, who think they can trust a label, and you're on a great label by the way, but there are other labels that are a bit different, and there are certainly a lot of managers out there that take advantage of young musicians. Yeah, get everything in writing and make sure a solicitor or a lawyer reads it.
Oh yeah, definitely. yeah.
All right,
sure.
My final question is this. What 5 guests, living or dead, would you invite to dinner?
Please, I'm sorry, please say again.
What 5 guests? What 5 guests would you invite to dinner? And they can be alive or passed away. So, anybody in history.
some other musicians would like to invite for the playing together?
Oh, it can be anybody. See, I ask people this question, and some people say Jesus Christ, some people say Elvis. Anybody in history.
Come back to life.
Yeah, and join you for a dinner.
Definitely. Okay, yeah. Well, I think, I don't know, Amy Winehouse?
Yes, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Yep.
Yeah, it was such a shame that she was that talented, that she was that young, and, the all shit happened to her.
Yeah,
she was really, really, really brilliant, talented person. I mean, I don't know why she was. It came to my mind in the first look, but I don't know.
Oh no, she's a very good. I love her music, and I've played in cover bands, and I've played a lot of her songs, and each of them are outstanding, and I really look forward to performing them and playing them. She's a wonderful artist, but a lot of non-metal.
Yeah, I watched this documentary movie about her, and. It was like it's a really sad thing about what happened to her, and she was like brilliant person as a person, and such a talented artist, one of the biggest talent these days.
Yes, no, agreed. So that's one person. We got 4 more to go.
4 more?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so oh man, it will be Vitek for sure, my brother.
Yes.
That's for sure. And well, who else? Oh shit. Hard question. Maybe I don't know, Christoph Kolumb.
Yes.
And maybe that for sure, Frédéric Chopin.
Chopin, yes.
Chopin is one of the most favorite composer ever.
Yep.
Will be nice to hear this guy live. And
yep.
Dimebag Darrell.
That's it. I think that's your 5 right there. That's a great list. And you mentioned Christoph. That's the former drummer for Vader. Is that right?
Christoph? Yeah,
when you mentioned Christoph, who's Christoph? Sorry.
No. I mentioned Vitek, my brother, who passed away.
I thought you mentioned somebody by the name of Christoph in that mix as well. My apologies, I must have misheard.
Oh no. Frederick. I said okay. There was Amy Winehouse. It was Vitek, my brother, and it was Frédéric Chopin.
Yes.
Christoph Kolumb.
Oh, Christoph Kolumb. Okay, gotcha.
Columbus.
Christopher Columbus. Gotcha. Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you might have mentioned Doc from the band Vader. The former drummer from Vader.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was not clear in my. I don't know how to perfectly pronounce his name.
No,
Columbus?
That's perfect. I understood now. No, that's no worries. No, that's a very good list. Christopher Columbus. Yeah, he'd have a heck of a story to say, wouldn't he? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. As I said, I've got a ton more questions that I'd like to ask you, so I really hope when you tour Australia we can catch up and share a beer and I can shake your hand and ask you even more questions.
Yeah, me too, man. I hope and I'm pretty sure that we come back to Australia in 2018, so...
I hope so, mate. Well, then we'll definitely have to catch up if that's the case, and I have been a long-time fan of the band, and particularly your guitar playing.
You are invited, man. You let me know.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, no worries. Well, all the best for the promotion of the new album. It is fantastic, and I wish you and the band all the success you can possibly handle.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, have a good night. Then,
no worries.
Because it's evening. It's an evening in Australia right now.
It is 8:30 p.m. Yeah, it's spot on. Yeah, night time.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
No worries, mate.
Yeah,
all the
best
very
of
best.
luck, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
You've been listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast series. My name is Andrew Mackay-Smith, and that interview subject was Vogg from the Polish death metal titans Decapitated. Thanks so much for listening.